Hey, it's ponies coming to your house. Hey, it's ponies coming to play My Little Pony. Welcome to the Pony Cast. It's the show on a ship with two boys on a ship. Today we're talking about My Little Pony again. That's the show. That is true. The show. Oh, I don't know why I said that. Why would we be talking about something else on here? Season 7, Episode 19. It isn't the main thing about you.
Yes, and what an episode. It was okay. It was My Little Pony, 10 out of 10. Rarity's an idiot.
Yep, it was My Little Pony, 10 out of 10.
Yeah. So this is one of those stories that sort of, you know, the you've seen it a billion times, and it's kind of stupid the whole way through, but it's alright. Because it's kind of cute. It's like the bottles of thing get mixed up in an oh-so-obvious way. You got the soap and the hair removal thing. And it's, Rarity needs her hair, and she just so happens to pick up the wrong bottle, because, haha, that's always what happens.
And she loses her beautiful, precious mane. It all falls out. She looks like an idiot. She looks like an ugly idiot.
Yep. And she feels like an ugly idiot, and everyone... Well, I find it interesting, like, at the beginning, she's going around helping people, and she's got her mane, and that makes her feel confident. She's like, yes, aha, I'll do all this stuff. And then when she's you know, all meek and hiding under a cloak with a shitty mane, and everyone, you know, makes her feel like shit. But the one thing that really annoyed me was, like, the guy with the sofa... He just, like, it was pre-owned, like, pre-ordered.
Yeah, you can't...
And it just broke, like, nobody would go to a guy and pre-order a sofa if he would just sell it to someone who gave more money. Goes against the point of pre-ordering it.
Yeah, he should have suffered. He should have paid for his crime in this episode. Then it would have been an 11 out of 10. Yeah, I saw this episode twice. I watched it like weeks ago, and then just now again today. It's one of those episodes that felt like it took 6 hours to get through for some reason, and it was pretty like bland for the most part. I feel like it sort of came together and got better and more interesting once the resolution happens and she figures out what to do with her mane. That was the cool part, and I was like, yeah, okay, that's nice.
Yeah.
But,
There's like the halfway through the episode is when they mix up the potions. There's like a lot of stuff happens.
Yeah, there's a lot of...
isn't anything.
There's a lot of setup that's just her for like 10 minutes going around going, oh, I have a mane! I have the most beautiful mane! It's the best mane that I have! It's great to have a mane! And it's like, oh gee, I wonder where this is going. Oh, look at my fucking mane! So that...
And it gets all gooped up with sneeze gum. By the way, did you like Sneezapatory? This the first time... There's basically saying masturbatory in My Little Pony.
Oh.
But with sneezes.
Oh.
Did you catch that?
I did not.
They said it. They said masturbate on MLP.
Well...
It all comes full circle.
They finally did it. They finally achieved what they set out to do from the beginning, I assume. That was the last part of Lauren Faust's grand plan, was to have masturbation be referenced in the show. And it was all a big innuendo. She didn't get covered with sneeze goop. She got covered with cum. It was all
It was cum.
What's happening?
What a funny joke.
What are we doing? What's happening? Boy, oh boy.
Zecora sucks.
Zecora
has
terrible.
Always sucked.
It seems like she's in like every episode now, and I hate her. She's the worst. She has always sucked.
She, like, I thought back to, like, good Zecora moments, and the only one was, like, when she was, like, a scary person walking in town and everyone was scared of her.
Yeah, that was the first one. As soon as we know
anything about her. Yeah, the first one, the poison joke one. And that episode is fun, but it's only because, like deep voice Fluttershy and all the funny jokes that are, you know, made of all the guys. And then Zecora's just like, yes, I live in the woods and I say things that are
Good.
Good.
Yeah, like when they first heard about her, Pinky made up that song about her being an evil enchantress to like give her a personality that she ended up not having. And once you know about her, you just know that she's actually like the most boring person in Ponyville. So boring that she has to live on the outskirts. She's not even interesting enough to live in the town. That's the reason she lives in a hut. And her magic sucks. She's not even good at it. All she does is brew, poo, and potions and stew. And she just rhymes, like I just did, but worse. And the rhyming thing was annoying, like the first time I saw her. And now that she's been in 100 episodes, I want to shit on her fucking face.
I think she's in the next episode as well. I accidentally clicked on that one instead of this one and started watching that. I was like, wait a minute, this isn't the right one. But it starts off with her in the swamp, and then she falls into the lake, and then she gets a disease. And I'm like, well, hang on. This might be the first good Zecora episode. Because she's fucking up, instead of being, like, perfect and just being like, yes, rhyming, schmiming.
Although she kind of fucked up in this episode, she just didn't acknowledge it. Like, Rarity comes in, like, halfway through, after her main gets destroyed. She comes in and she goes, oh my god, Zecora, my main, what happened? And Zecora is like, oh, you took the wrong potion. You took the semen when you meant to take the lotion. And she's like, but it's like, you're the potion expert.
They look exactly the same.
You're the one who made them. You're the one who should have been on top of it, making sure she took the right potion. You mixed it up, not Rarity. You bitch.
And the only reason Rarity got flustered and mixed them up in the first place was because Zecora would not stop talking about hair tragedies. Yeah. Making her feel bad.
Making her feel bad. Talking about how there's no fucking cure for baldness. Making her feel worse. Making her watch TV shows with all the guys our age whose hairlines are still perfect, so you can fucking sit there and rage like I do. And then
insane. God, Rarity speaks to me a lot in this episode, in the fact that she's trying to make it work, and she's even like, say, trying to put on like a confident face, but when people are like, she's like, come on, please try to be nice to me.
Yeah.
I'm trying so hard to look good with what I have, and you're just going, fucking die.
Callous cunts. I didn't understand the constant reiteration or the plot point that for some reason hair magic is the most impossible magic to do.
I know.
Like, what are you talking about? Of all the things to make realistic, you choose like that no one can cure baldness.
It's just so weird because like I feel like I've seen in so many other shows that have to do with magic and things like that. Like Sabrina the Teenage Witch, I'm pretty sure there was an episode where some hair spell went wrong and they had to try and unspell it. But like it's never like, or like, I don't know, there's always that sort of thing, like a teenage, like, oh no, my beauty, let's use magic to fix it, but magic doesn't work. And I don't know why, because it just doesn't make any sense.
Like, why wouldn't it work? It's magic.
It's magic. You can go back in time. You can't give somebody some quick-growing hair follicles.
They did that too. They were like, oh, if only I could go back in time and take the right potion, or go back in time and not make this mistake. And like Starlight was like, oh, you don't want to do that, that's out of the question, because she did that before and she messed things up really bad. But like the point of that episode was that Starlight went back in time to fuck things up. There's nothing that could go wrong. All Rarity has to do is go back in time and like not walk into Sugar Cube Corner and not get her main messed up. That's not going to destroy the timeline if you're just going back half a day.
And even that, like, you don't need to go back in time. You could just, like, give the hair, like, fast growth. Make the hair go forward in time. Like, you could do something. And the thing that really annoyed me was there is, like, canon wigs in Equestria. Cranky has a wig. Why could she not just buy one?
That was a major plot point, that Cranky had a wig, and they just They forgot that wigs exist.
And there's like so many other things, like the whole thing with Rarity cutting off her tail in the very first episode or whatever to give to the big dragon guy as a mustache. It's like nobody thought to do that to her, to give her their mane as like an act of kindness.
Yeah, what the hell? you idiots.
This is all just like an excuse to get Rarity looking like a punk, and I guess it's okay.
All this time, Rarity's been so generous. She gave up her own vanity to help someone else in need in the very first episode, and now, when she needs some help, when she needs someone, no one even offers. One of them even brings it up, that she did that. I think Applejack mentions it, that she did that once. She gave her tail up to someone, but no one is willing to make that sacrifice for poor old Rarity.
Yeah.
And they're...
What the fuck?
And they're all... There's like a whole sequence of everyone, of Applejack and Fluttershy and Rainbow Dash, all trying new ways to, like, create wigs. Like, Rainbow Dash makes one out of clouds for her, and Fluttershy tries to, like, build a bird's nest on her head, and all this dumb shit. Like, just go to the wig store! Buy a wig!
Silly. This is very, very silly.
Silly shit. But anyways, she learns some lesson about something, and she decides to just go with it. She just embraces her messed up mane, and she puts some like colored extensions in it, and makes it into like a mohawk. And she becomes
if
punk
she had
Rarity.
colored extensions, why couldn't she just put that on anyway?
Yeah, that's a good point. Because I mean, when she does get the mohawk, you can sort of tell, but that it is her messed up mane, but there's obviously more there than there was. So she obviously filled it in with something. So it even double doesn't make sense, because in the resolution, when she fixes her, she does in fact fix her mane with hair extensions. So why doesn't she just do that in the first place?
I think the message is just like the logistics of showing the message goes in the face of like what the message is that you have to have confidence on the inside in order to be confident on the outside or something. Like, you can't rely on beauty to get you through the things. Even though there's so many ways that in this universe you could solve this beauty problem, they just say, oh, you can't, for some reason.
Yeah, and they try to say that, like, the problem was her, that she was the only one whose attitude had changed because she didn't have confidence anymore, and if she just had confidence, she would still be cool. But that's not true. Everyone who saw her was horrified.
They were scared and screaming and crying, and it's like, well, of course you're gonna hide that.
Yeah.
There's nothing you can do. It's not you, it's everyone.
Why would she have confidence when everyone around her is shallow and mean to her? Stupid.
Fucking ponies. What the fuck?
What a bad show. What a dumb... I don't even like it.
It's not even good.
Anyways, I thought she looked cool, though, when she was punker Rarity. I kind of wish that, like, they had stuck... Like, if that had stuck around for a couple episodes, that would have been cool. But instead, they, like, at the end of the episode, they do a flash forward, and it's like, oh, it's been months, Rarity, and now your hair's back to normal. Why? Why not just do something different and have it stay like that for, like, 3 episodes?
The whole thing with, like, photo finish being there, taking the pictures anyway.
Oh, yeah. And, yeah, what? Because she canceled her photo shoot. That was the big thing. But, at the end...
Because usually in an episode like this, it's like, oh, the photo shoot happens and there's nothing she can do, and she has to, like, go up on stage and say, sorry, guys, my main's fucked up, and, you know. But instead she canceled it, and, I think that was more of, like, the relief thing, because now she didn't have to worry about it. She could just do stuff, like, normal, everyday stuff. She didn't need to worry about, like, a big main event. Haha. Woohoo! And, but, yeah, the photo finish was there anyway, and so she gets everything. She gets the praise. I don't know.
Yeah, and everyone's dressing up like her with the mohawks now.
They look stupid at the end. The guy that walks really close to the camera. Yeah, I noticed
that guy. He looked ridiculous. But she gets on the magazine anyways, and she's like, oh, how did you do this when I canceled the photo shoot? And they were like, oh, we talked to her, and we convinced her. Like, what did they threaten her? Like, we're going to break your knees if you don't put Rarity on the cover anyways? And so she was, like, hiding in the bushes, like, spying on Rarity and taking pictures, which are apparently, like, magazine-quality photo shoot pictures, even though she was hiding in the bushes, peering through windows and shit.
Yeah. You know what? It's also weird because they were, like, horrified at Rarity's mane, and she was, like, not confident about it because everyone was horrified. So it's, like, it's a warranted, like, fear. It's a warranted anxiety. Like, people are screaming at your mane,
Yeah.
You've got to hide it. And then when she has the confidence, she changes her mane, and then people are like, oh, this is great. But then she doesn't uncancel the thing. Like, people are now telling her that it is very good, and there's no problem, and it's great, and you should do it, Rarity. You should do it with this. This mane's good, but then she... I mean, maybe she already cancelled it or something. But, I don't know.
Yeah.
There's like there's two different sides to the story where she doesn't think she can do it, and so she cancels, and then she gains the confidence, but then it's still cancelled, but then it still also happened anyway.
Yeah, and even when they're like, you became more confident, and now people are nice to you. It was all. And it's like, I guess she did become more confident, but she also did make herself look better. The mane at the end looked better than it had.
Maybe it's also saying that if you have confidence, you can figure out how to look good physically. I don't know. What the fuck, My Little Pony? What the fuck's up with the writers? What's going on? This show sucks.
Abandoned ship. The show isn't even good.
How many more do we have until we're actually on the last season? Like 6 episodes left?
I think so. I think like season 8 is already like coming back from hiatus as we record this. It's like 15 episodes deep into season 8 now.
Fuck. We're gonna miss the boat. We're gonna miss that big pony money.
Oh no, we're trying, people. We're gonna miss the boat, 'cause we're on a boat. A bad boat. We need to patch up the holes and leaks with money. Help.
Oh, gold and doubloons. How will we get this money? What way will we be given this money?
If only there was a website, a web service in the human world. With patreon.com/ponycast.
This is like what it would actually be if pirates were trying to make a podcast while they were stranded. It's like, what the fuck's going on? Please give us money to patch the boat up. So for season 8, season 8 will be like the boat's fixed, and then we're gonna come into port and blow up everybody. We're going to destroy Ponyville.
Yes. Just finally. Give them all what they deserve. All the Ponyville denizens who shriek and hurt Rarity's feelings. Hurt everyone's feelings. That's all they do. The citizens of Ponyville are like the worst people ever.
Yeah. As long as like they're so shallow and they're so evil when they can get away with it. They're just a
mob all the time. Like every other episode they're doing something awful and like ganging up on someone. They never learn shit.
Yep. Even with a princess of friendship, it's still like a fucking terrible town to live in.
Yeah, like they should be honored. The princess of friendship lives amongst them. Is a denizen of their town. She doesn't hide away in a castle in Canterlot. She's amongst the people, trying to get them to be nice and be normal and be cool and be friends, and they still can't get with the damn program. Lazy sods.
Well, I think that's about it.
Yep, there we go. Everybody love Pwn. It's the best show ever, except when it sucks. Goodbye.
Ponycast.